gaskiya zuwan ku mu yi farin ciki domin ba mu san yanayin da ruwa yake damu mu kuma mu guje ruwa ba mu sani ba. Dalilin zuwan ku kun sake kun zo kun fahimta da mu.
Nigerian Red Cross Society had a funding from Nigerian Humanitarian Funds coordinated by UNOCHA, and the funding was given to Nigerian Red Cross Society to implement a project of anticipatory action for communities in Adamawa State, especially communities around the riverine area in 7 LGAs.
The project is running through 7 local governments in the states, that is Fufore, Gire, Yola South, Yola North, Demsa, Numan, and Lamure.
Our role as National Society is to disseminate messages to those communities about early warning signs of floods. And so that's the engagement that we have currently with the funding from the NHF.
I had the opportunity of visiting all these local governments with the Nigerian Red Cross team that is in Yola here, and we are working with volunteers who are also resident in those communities that are most likely to be affected by the floods. So while in those communities, I interacted with community members. Amongst them, there are also partners and LIMC members and also traditional leaders who also confirmed to us that yes, they have seen certain signs that the flood is about coming. The key message we took to these communities include messages that has to do with them knowing the signs that the floods are coming and also what they need to do to evacuate from those communities.
If you see plenty earthworms and are moving all over the place, it's an indication that flood is about coming.
Most of my villages are around the river bank areas, almost 11 communities. From this program that we just had, honestly, it has thrown a limelight on issues. As a result of the session we had this afternoon, when I go back to my area, we'll be able to mobilize the community to give them a sensitization on the early warning signs and the flood issues that we have gotten from the message that was given. It will be transmitted to the local community and to each and every one.
This flooding is affecting this community year out, year in. And with this sensitization that OCHA, UN in collaboration with Red Cross are taking, we have able to reach onto them. We show them the sign that they will know that yes, every year flooding would occur. These signs include movement of bees, movement of birds, also appearance of frogs, snails, and the rest of it.
You know, in the past, government, humanitarian organizations used to support communities when they were affected by the floods. So we come to realize that the costs incurred and the losses when the floods hit those communities is high. So the team sat down together and come up with this anticipatory action, meaning that we sensitize the communities ahead of the floods and then support them to move to higher ground so that the loss and the cost incurred during the intervention will be less. So in this particular project, the Nigerian Red Cross Society is engaged to sensitize the communities while other organizations are running other activities alongside what we are doing.
So what we did was we tried to pass these messages through the pool of our volunteers who are in these communities. So we trained 210 volunteers who are deployed into these communities because they are already community-based to pass an early message to these riverine communities so that they can evacuate they can move to safe space, and they can also understand signs of the floods. And that is first impact. Then secondly, we work closely with the government structure, which is referred to as LMC, at the local government level, to have a monthly coordination meeting with them. And these meetings that we have within the month, we discussed how best we can be able to support those communities. Now, the third layer is we are working with other organizations who has been funded by the NHF to provide cash assistance to these communities who are around the riverine area. So they are prepositioning cash so that we pass the message as community-based organization to the people about the impact. And so then once the trigger is met, or they are flooding, or there are signs that the flood will going to come, then we work closely with some of those organizations funded under this project, like WorldFoodProgramme, IOM, Qatar, and the rest of them, who we work closely to pass this message.
This engagement had carried out through house-to-house campaign and focus group discussion, engaging with young boys and girls in order to make them more aware of those signs of flooding. And of course, the people of that very community are very welcoming. We have a very good reception to them. The only few challenges I think we are facing now is the issue of our posters, and of course there is high expectation to the people of that community, because every day when they see Nigerian Red Cross Society in their community, they think of Red Cross has brought something to them and something of that nature. So there is high expectation from the people of that very community.
I then tell them that no, we are just giving sensitization, creating awareness. We are not giving anything to them. Let them know that our own part is to sensitize them, to create awareness on the early flood warning sign.
Ko an zo mana da wani abu ne, amma dalilin abun da kuka kawo ku gaskiya faranta mana fiye da abun da mun sa samanin da za ku yi mana, amma mun gan cewa wannan abubuwan da kuka zo kun karfafa mu yafi abun da muka sa zuciya kai.
There are so many challenges we faced in the field, especially because the flooding season has started. There are communities that are cut off completely. When going to those communities, you have to use canoes and what have you. So there are a lot of risk attached to it, but then we were able to take care of most of these challenges, like getting life jackets and before using the canoes and what have you. There are communities that don't even have a mobile telecommunication network, and that is also a challenge, because when they want to report activities in the field, they go out to other communities that have network for them to send these reports and what have you. Also, you know, communities, some of these communities don't even have the power supply, or there are the power supply in those communities fluctuates. But the program in their magnanimity also provided power banks for our volunteers to be able to be charging their phones frequently, so that these reports will be sent to the branch and subsequently to the headquarters.
We had the opportunity of working with the volunteers who are conducting house-to-house sensitization. So in all those communities we went, and we, together with the volunteers, we were able to visit, conduct the house-to-house kind of sensitization. Community people are really happy with the activities that the Red Cross is doing, and also they are looking forward to more support from other partners, as this is something that Red Cross cannot do alone.
This location here today is Boronji, And we have been coming since from the inception of this project, some last 2 weeks, we started by coming down here, making sensitization and impacting a lot by informing members of the community sign they see to understand flood is really coming. The impact of the project is the way and manner the project is being accepted by the community members, welcoming us with open arms and always putting smiling on our faces and collectively sharing out information that really matters for them to understand this is what is to be seen to identify whether or not flood is coming.
When we work with what is called subsector, to pass a specific message about what will the people do if there's flooding in terms of shelter, in terms of child protection, in terms of SGBV, in terms of health, in terms of agriculture, in terms of maybe animals. So that message, we take three specialized, contextualized messages from those partners, and we also pass it to our volunteers to pass those messages to all these communities in 7 LGAs. Now the third layer again is we use radio program. In this case, we go for live radio programs and invite some of these government officials, invite some key stakeholders to come and talk about this messaging. So these are obviously the ways we pass these messages, and we make clear impact about the program.
For those communities along the riverine areas, we were there by the riverside seeing daily how the river is actually increasing from one level to the other. And we saw a lot of debris being carried by the river, which other communities also confirmed that it's a sign that they used to know that the flood is actually coming.
We targeted 250,000 households across the 7 LGAs. I want to let you know that we've already reached 265,000 households with those messages. And we have also seen an impact of those messages because the communities in these 7 LGAs are fully informed now. They have a kind of knowledge about the floods and what to do at that time.
Sai ko shigo ko lokaci kam nan duk wani abin da aka fara da su aka fara ta. Duk mutanen da suka zauna wurin tun zuwan ruwa muna tare da su dare da rana. Duka yanzu an goma in ka zo ka shigo ba wani abin da za ga maka in wani ko organization zo ma za shi maka Red Cross. To suka zo nan da shaman da vice da kowa da kowa sun zo nan su tabbatar lokacin ruwa ya zo suna dubawa. Tun kafin ruwa ya zo ma suna nan tare da mu.
Muna kusa da bakin kogi. Ko da mu yi noma ga lokacin amfani zai shigo sai ka gan lokacin ne ruwa zai zo ya ɗebe shi. Ga shi kuma ɗakuna da muke da shi bukoki ne ga shi kuma muka yi shi ma inda na tabo ne ruwa ya zo sai ya kwashe shi ma sai ya faffasa ɗakuna. Saboda haka zuwan ku muyi murna akan cewa lalle in kuka koma tunda kuka gani za ku kai magana gaba ma manya su ma su zo su taimake mu su yi mana tallafi domin abincin da za mu ci da yaya mu babu. Domin lokacin da ya kamata mu samu abincin shine ruwa yana kwashewa. Saboda haka namu fata ubangijin Allah ya mai da ku lafiya. Allah kuma ya ba ku zarafi wanda kuma sun turo ku, Allah ya nuna musu hanyar da za su yi mana muwa taimako shine roko addu'a mu gare ku.
People will have it hard to believe that there is a community like this in Yola North. But Nigerian Red Cross Society is always diving deeper to identify vulnerable communities such as Boronji and all locations that are within the riverine communities, informing them and selling out this information to them for them to understand and be free from harm or effect of the flood. Saving lives, supporting communities, taking necessary action that matters is what Nigerian Red Cross Society is doing.